Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in this video, I am going to be facilitating a repair on a GK Fusion 500. Now, I'm repairing this for a buddy of mine out in California. He sent this out to me, and he got this amplifier. It runs great, works great, just needs a little bit of love. It is actually missing one of the push buttons for the XLR DI out, and that is really where I've been focusing my repair on it, but it definitely needs a nice cleaning. From what you can see here on the fans, there's a lot of dust and crap on there. But I'm replacing one of these little micro switches here. It actually goes right here, and I believe that is for the ground lift function right here to lift pin 1 on the XLR. When he got the amplifier, it was actually broken. And if I'm looking over here past the camera, that is the part, or what's left of it, that I'm going to be replacing. In fact, somebody was in here prior to us getting the amplifier, and looks like they tried soldering it together just to get it to work for however long they were using it for. Now what we have here, we do have the replacement part that we're going to go ahead and install in this amplifier. I've already removed the switch, which goes right there. You can see the 6 solder pads, and you can also see inside the amp how much I had to actually go and disassemble to remove this back circuit board out. You do need to remove the fan controller here, the transformer for the preamp tubes, the IEC input filter capacitor board here, and then the internal fan that blows on the middle heatsink here. Once you remove all those components, I didn't disconnect any wires, thankfully. Then I was able to gently lift out this board to where I can actually get access to the bottom of it and desolder the broken component. So there is a little bit of work of disassembly to do it, but you're going to see the reassembly, and then we'll give it a test. All right, guys, well, I think I got the camera set up pretty close. So what you're seeing here is I've already had the switch reinstalled, and trying to get this shot carefully so you guys can actually see the repair. I'm just going to take a little bit of solder, and then we're going to get each one of these pads done. Now that we got the solder pads all soldered in, I'm just going to clean up a little bit with some rubbing alcohol to make sure there's no more solder flux around it. And this will dry pretty quickly. Well, everything's all put back together, and then I actually took it downstairs to get the air compressor and blast out the fans so that the fans are all nice and clean. But we now have that switch reinstalled, and we can just zoom in a little bit here, and you can see where it is located on the circuit board. Now to put the cover back on, there's some switches on top that has some connectors. I actually took a picture of these, and I got to remember how these got put back together. So in the magic of editing, I'm going to put these back and I can show you how they're connected after looking at the pictures that I took. So the limiter switch connects to right here, and then the other 3, or actually 4 plugs are connected as such. So the first one goes over here, second one with the exposed insulation goes in the middle, and then the other one with the insulation that's connected over to the far end to the right, if you're looking at it in this direction, goes to the third one here. The insulation for the middle one here goes over here. I will say to GK, you really should put a locator pin on these so that you can't really screw these up when you're working on it. They're all the same connector. You can easily mess these up, so fix that. Well, I got everything set up here, and the amplifier head is running. It actually has TAD 7025s in there, which is a 12AX7 equivalent. I'm going to hook it right up to my mixer, and then I also have it plugged into my Michael Anthony 410 here. But you will be hearing, at least through the camera anyway, the post EQ signal, and I have the EQ settings here with a little bit of master volume drive so I can hear myself. And what we'll do is we'll hear the gain A and then the gain B, which is really meant to be sort of an overdrive tone. And let's see how we do. Here we go. All right, guys, I'm going to end the video there. I mean, sounds great, and it's a very light, about 4-pound amplifier, and for me, it took a little getting used to because the center frequencies for the 4-band EQ is a little different than what I'm used to with all my PV amplifiers, but this sounds incredibly good, especially with the 2 preamp, and then you have the solid-state Class D that really saves on the weight. If there's any questions on the repair of this amplifier, let me know. Looks to be built very well inside, and I didn't really mess with the features in the back here, but this is a very popular head that I think a lot of people would enjoy. But thanks again, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next repair job.